This video will help you create an LQA model in MemoQ. So, this document, as you can see, has been translated and it is now ready to be reviewed. So, in order to create an LQA model, I go over here to Project Home and go over to Settings. And at the top, you'll see a bunch of icons, and go ahead and click on the icon that looks like an angry face with a pencil. And that'll take you to all of these LQA models. Looks like this computer has quite a few in them. So you can choose any of these, but if you want to create a new one, you can either right-click and click Create, Use New, or you can click this down here. And either way, it'll bring up this little dialog box where you can give your LQA model a name. So let's just call it My LQA. And you can feel free to add a description if you like as well. So after you do that, go ahead and click OK. And to add some more detail to it, you can double click it. And after you double click it, it'll bring up this box with different sections that you can look at for your QA model. So for example, if you wanted to do something that uses severity levels, you can do that and add them here. So for example, add a moderate level and a severe level or something like that. And then come down here to the categories and add different categories. So for example, you could say fluency and spelling or something, whatever you wanted to do, accuracy. And then if you wanted to do these check marks, you could do that. You could do penalty points, and if you do penalty points, you could come over here and say that you don't want any more than one penalty point per, well, however many words. So you can do whatever you want kind of here to have some specifics for your LQA model. But once you're done putting all of your categories and your subcategories, you can go ahead and click. And as this little dialog box says, if you already have an existing document and you have a previous LQA, if you make a new one, it won't be added onto it. But if you haven't added an LQA previously, then you should be able to do it just fine. I am going to use, for this project, an LQA that I've been using for this project. So just to kind of show you what it has, I have 4 sections that I'm looking for, 2 of them are in the same category, and I decided to use penalty points. So if it's a moderate error, it'll be a level 1, and severe, critical, and so on. So that's the LQA model I'm using. And once you have your model, you can come back here to your document, and if you find an error, for example here, looks like I have an error with an apostrophe, you can go ahead and reject that either by clicking reject, or by right-clicking it and clicking reject, or doing shift and enter. Any one of those will work. And it'll bring you up to your, bring up this dialog box, which has the LQA information that you entered. So in this case, I would probably say it's a fluency error, grammar, and maybe I say it's moderate. And you can also put a suggested correction if you like. And you can see after you do that, it'll highlight in red. And yeah, that's how you use an LQA model or create an LQA model in MemoQ.